What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be asking the question: are niche fragrances better than designer fragrances? Now, just from initial, like myself asking the question, you're probably going to be like, yes, niche fragrances are better than designer fragrances. Um, what do I think? And I'm not saying I'm correct. I'm not saying I'm right. Could absolutely be wrong about this. This is just my thoughts on this. So, in the fragrance community, I feel like we've pretty much put it like cheapy, designer, niche. I feel like people tend to think when it's a niche fragrance, it smells better. But my thought about this has been changing as of recently, mostly because of private lines and designer brands and um, comparing them to niche brands and how I want to smell in my day to day. So, my day to day job, I'm dressed up business casual. So, there is a point of designer fragrances are not interesting. Um, they started to smell the same to me, but that's like the main designers that you find at Macy's or things like that, or the ones that people push a lot. So like John Varvatos, the new one, the one with the red and black bottle. I have samples of that. It smells just like Invictus, and Invictus smells just like something else, and you know, it's just a cycle of things smelling like each other. Um, Not that there's anything wrong with that. There's an audience for that. I mean, if that's what's popular as of right now, that's kind of what they do smell like each other. It's kind of like you pick which brand you want to go with, and then you go with that brand. It's pretty much smells the same too. But anyways, then you go into the niche. So then designer, some could be boring for the most part. Then you go into the niche world. There's niche that smell great. Let's say Aventus. Let's say Naxos. Also have on here Angel Share. Very nice smelling fragrances. And that's like a good side of niche. But then you also have like a dark side of niche where you go into the depths of just way too far niche that you stink. Like, you'll think it smells good. You'll think a certain fragrance smells good. To other people, you don't really smell too good. They kind of just like, this guy smells interesting. I don't know if I would wear that. That's kind of where my thinking goes now, just because I feel like I did get too close to going off the side where I pretty much borderline stink. Not that I care if it was a fragrance I really did enjoy. Then I just really enjoy that fragrance. But there's also a point that there was a part of me at a time that just wanted to smell like something unique, like you've never smelled this before, and kind of force myself to enjoy that fragrance too, which it wasn't really authentic. And then that's kind of why I kind of shut it down, as in buying a lot of fragrances. I kind of just buy what I want and I've smelled and I really enjoy. But then recently I've been getting into Dior's Privé line. Dior's Privé line is like, yes, it's designer, but it doesn't smell like all the designers out there. It smells unique, but does not smell niche, as in like you're smelling like a dog's asshole, Like there's I think it's called civet, that's a note in some fragrances. Where was the change for myself? Where was like the deep end? I think the deepest end for myself was Amouage Overture, man. Trying to think if there was another fragrance that kind of like got way too close to the edge of like, it just, I was trying to force myself to like it, but I knew it smelled bad. That's the only one I can think of as of right now. But then there's also designers that are made uniquely. So then there's the designers like Guerlain Ideal Extreme that doesn't really smell like anything else out there, but it smells really nice. There's also things like Pacha de Cartier Parfum that are pretty much elegant smelling. Now, I don't know if I said it earlier, but my day-to-day is business casual, right? And when I make these videos, I'm home, all right? Don't judge me. But I don't even have pants on right now. That you might not even know that. I'm just kidding. But pretty much, like, I think there's a balance. I think it's something I've been really enjoying with Dior's Privé line is how it's still designer. They're easy to wear, project great, last long, but they don't stink. Maybe if you decide to get more into their crazy side, maybe like Eau de Safan or something like that, they get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? They get ooh, but I wouldn't even say those are that bad compared to something like Overture Man by Amouage. Yeah, you might be able to get some compliments from that, but you also might get a lot of like looks. But if you really do enjoy the scent, you'll really enjoy the scent. It's like Ombre Nomad. I really do enjoy the scent. I don't care what people say. People might not really like it. That's just, it is what it is. But then there's like those niche fragrances that are equally balanced that aren't too far off the end. There's those designers that are not too normal. So like Sauvage Elixir, let's say it's not a common designer fragrance. Let's say Naxos, it's not too in depth with the craziness of niche fragrances. Herod is like a little bit, but it's still pretty loved. It's still pretty easy to like. Angel Share is pretty easy to like. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like niche don't always smell better. Designers don't smell better. I think it goes more into scent profile. How easy they are to wear, how easy they are to like. I'm not saying as in you have to really, or like someone else has to really enjoy the scent, but let's say yourself. Are you being honest with yourself, or are you trying to be a fragrance enthusiast by saying you really do enjoy this fragrance when you don't really enjoy it? You just want to seem like you really enjoy it because it's complex. I don't know. What was the point of this video? I don't know. So that's my thoughts. I'll just leave it at that. I just want to see what you guys say in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.